What's up guys, Caleb with Black Pearl Media, and today we're going to be talking about my 2006 Chevy Silverado. Let's get to it. So my Silverado kind of has a little bit of a backstory. It's another Craigslist deal that I did, and this was about a year and a half ago, and I bought it from a gentleman down in Virginia, and he drove it 10 hours up to sell it to me. Now when I picked him up, he had his kids with him. He transported vehicles from Connecticut to his little shop in Virginia, so I drove him an hour to go pick up the next vehicle that he was driving back down to his shop, so it kind of worked out that way. So for an hour I test drove it, and the thing drove awesome. It drove great. But I decided to check under the oil cap, and there was some residue under there. So I was like, that kind of means it could be like a blown head gasket, because when you have that residue in there, it's like, I think it's like water gets into the oil and makes it a little milky, and that's a telltale sign that you have a bad head gasket. And it had 210,000 miles when I bought it. So I expressed my concern for it, and he's like, it drove fine and it's driving fine for you, no white smoke. It did seem very healthy. So I called my mechanic, and he's like, yeah, maybe you have like a little crack in the in some sort of hose, and it's letting in a little bit of moisture, and you're getting that effect. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. So I only paid $5 grand for the truck, so I was like, you know what, if it's bad, it's bad. But it didn't seem like it was bad. It was running fine. So fast forward like a month or two, and unfortunately it was a blown head gasket, so that was kind of a bummer. But I went on another Craigslist hunt and found another motor. It was up in New York State. It was about a 3-hour drive, and this motor was giving me no problem. So I was like, you know what, I'll just go drive 3 hours up to New York, pick up the new motor that had about 62,000 miles on it at the time, and I picked it up, loaded it up, and brought it all the way back down here. Spark plugs, new belts, fluids, you name it. Everything that we could do while the motor was out, we did it, and stuck it in, and it's been doing great. Now let's talk about some of the modifications I've done to the truck already. Nothing crazy, just suspension wise, I've had all the suspension replaced with a rough country kit, because all of the suspension stuff was pretty much shot, like super shot. The shocks did nothing. Every single time I went around a shallow bank, I thought the truck was gonna pretty much fall to pieces. So I decided, I would go ahead and pay the money for a rough country lift, get all the components with that, and while we were in there, change around some other components. So new wheel hubs and bearings, new control arms, all sorts of bolts, everything, you name it, we threw that in there. Nick and Denny down at Hollings Automotive threw it in, which I appreciate. Again, you guys are always hooking me up. You guys should check them out for sure. So last winter, I decided to get under the truck, and I wire wheeled the whole frame and pretty much everything, and undercoated everything the best I could. I'll probably have another company do it professionally, maybe this year or next year, depending. As far as rust on the truck goes, there's barely anything. It has a little bit of bubbling on the corners, so I'll probably replace the cab corners before they get bad or rotted through. Under the doors, under the door rails, starting to bubble. Definitely not that bad, but I'm definitely gonna have those replaced this year at some point. Brand new brake lines, all the brakes are done. I put the back rack on there, so I put that on. I actually traded a set of spike strips for that back rack, which is pretty funny story. Pretty funny story. You can speak, Caleb. But yeah, I mean, the truck is pretty much my daily driver. I drove it for the last year, and had no issues with it. And recently the transmission went on it, because I mean, come on, it's got 215,000 miles at this point, so it was pretty much a ticking time bomb anyways. So that finally went. So I have a brand new remanufactured one, so it's got 0 miles on it. It's got about 100 miles on it now. But it's been shifting really smooth. Everything's going really good with it. So I decided to change out the headlights as well, because they were really scratched and chipped up, and I found a really decent set at the local junkyard for about $100 for the set. and so they're factory OEM lights, and they're in really good shape. And when I took the front bumper off, I saw it had a trans-cooler. So after a little bit of digging, I actually found out that I have the towing package, which is really nice. So for the wheel and tire package, I have pure grit wheels with a, I think they're 20 by 10s and offset of -44. And I have 33 by 12.5 inch tires on there. They're Federal Cortages, and I'm gonna do a video on those alone because they were a very inexpensive tire. That's why I chose them. It was kind of a budget lift and wheels and tires. I'm not really trying to go for the whole hot boy look, but I mean, it kind of turned out that way, and I like it. And the truck doesn't go to any shows. I've never taken it to a show. It's just the way that I personally like the stance of it. Probably put about 6,000 or 7,000 miles on them, and there's literally like no wear on them at all. The road noise is minimal. The aggressive look is perfect. That's what I want. And apparently people who do take them off-road say that they do pretty well as they're aired out and crawling around. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing any of that, but I think they look great, and I'll be buying them again for sure. So I'm going to be doing a video on them a little bit later on. I'm not really trying to go for the whole hot boy look, but I mean, it kind of turned out that way, and I like it. And the truck doesn't go to any shows. I've never taken it to a show. It's just the way that I personally like the stance of it. And I mean, I work with the truck. Bed is filled with scrap metal right now because I'll be doing a scrap metal run here soon. But it gets used, so I want to do some pulling with it. Like when I go to the track, if I go to like Palmer or a track that's pretty far away, I can just take the truck in the car just in case, you know, heaven forbid I wreck or crash or break down, and I can just get it towed back, no problem. So that would be really good. Future plans with it is just to keep it as clean as possible. This summer I'm gonna see if I can get a full paint correction and a ceramic coating for it, and see what I can do with the wheels and tires, and just try and take care of it. And the idea for this build is longevity, and you know, I really do like the way it looks and how it sits currently, so I'm not really gonna mess with it. I can't really think of anything else right off the bat that screams at me, but if I remember anything, I'll put it down in the little description below. If you have any questions on this build, let me know. I'll try and answer anything that you can. Like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you want to check out at blackpearl_media on Instagram. Anyways, that's all I have for today. So thanks for stopping by, watching the video. I'll see you on the next one.